Today I'm going to show you guys my one bedroom apartment in Williamsburg that I turned into my painting studio. I've lived here for a year now, exactly a year. I moved in last February and no one, and I mean absolutely no one has ever been to my place except for the people that helped me move in and put my furniture together. So this is pretty special to be showing my home environment to you guys. As you see, I'm always sitting on the floor. I prefer it, it's very comfortable for me, I find it very grounding. But also, I purposely didn't get any furniture. The only thing that I have is this coffee table and this cushion that I'm sitting on, which is where I work, I eat, I meditate, and I like it this way because when I need space to paint or whatever, I just push this aside and then I do my other stuff. But honestly, most of the time, I'm actually painting murals on site. So when I do need to paint at home, it's usually for smaller things like custom sneakers or a painting for an exhibition. I love my place so much. It's my safe space, it's my creative space, and I'm just so grateful for this every single day when I wake up. And I got so lucky with how I found this apartment. As some of you know, finding apartments in New York is so freaking hard. When I was looking at this place, I swear I looked at 17 apartments in 10 days. At the time, I was subletting in Nolita. That was when I first got back from Bali. The many years previously I've been in New York, I've always lived in Nolita, Bowery, Lower East Side, those kind of areas. So I was kind of only just looking in Manhattan. And everything that I looked at was like in a 100-year-old shoebox. But also I had another problem. Since I was a freelancer and had been away from the country for 2 years, I had no pay slips to show. So that was going to be an issue getting approved by the landlords. So I don't even know why I spent so much time and energy on Street Easy. But as I was about to give up, after looking at my 17th apartment, a guy randomly reaches out to me on Facebook and was like, "Hey, I have a spot. Are you still looking for one?" I thought it was a scam at first because I've seen places on Facebook and I reached out to them as well. They would say something like, "Oh yeah, the tenant's still living there, but if you pay the deposit, the place is yours." So I definitely thought it was a scam at first. But he then said, "Hey, we have a couple of friends in common." And we did. So that gained my trust. So we started talking. He was super normal and super nice. Actually, he watched my last vlog and gave me some feedback. So if you're watching this, you know who you are, and thank you so much again for this place. I'm grateful for you every single day when I wake up for connecting me to my home. Back to the story. He's like, "I have 2 people coming to see the place tomorrow, but I want you to see it before then. Can you come at 11? And that's what happened. I came to the place and it was so much better than I could have ever imagined. It was a full-size 1 bedroom, wasn't a shoebox, and sunlight is so important to me. I have 2 huge windows over there behind you, a huge window in my bedroom, and the best part is that I have a skylight above my kitchen and a rooftop, which I will show you guys." I was so happy. You know when you walk into a place and you just know that's a spot? It's like you just feel it. You feel the vibe. You can see yourself living there. So that's what happened, but still had the same issue about my pay slips and stuff. Told him and he goes, "I've actually already signed a lease to this, but my current landlord wants me to stay, so he's lowering my rent, and now I'm trying to get rid of this place." And I was like, "So does that mean you're gonna be my guarantor or I can sublet from you?" And he's like, "Yeah, that works." So I got the place on the same day. It couldn't have worked out better. I never considered living in Brooklyn, but I am just so happy. Now that I'm older, I don't go out as much as I used to be. So my personal space is so much more important to me than being in a location that's more convenient. I need a space where I feel comfortable in, where I can recharge create, and just really feel at home in. So this is it. Now let's actually take you on a little walkthrough and see the whole apartment. Starting at the entrance, and this is the skylight right above my kitchen that I love so much. And we're going into the living room area, which is also my painting studio. I absolutely love the natural lighting all throughout the space. Going into my bedroom, I've yet to still put a lot of artwork up. It's very bare at the moment. And this is my tiny little bathroom, New York standard. And when I saw the sink, I was like, damn, is that a sink for ants? Every morning when I wake up, I'll just push the coffee table over into the corner, grab my yoga mat, stick it out here, and do my morning routine, yoga and meditation right here. And this is what my painting setup looks like. I'm painting right here like that. Also, these are pretty fun, aren't they? Last but not least, now let's take you guys up and show you the rooftop. I live on the top floor, so it's just a few steps away to my rooftop. And here it is! And this is my skylight on my rooftop that you can spy on me through. So during the summer, I would come out and sunbathe over there. Or when I need to do artwork, like spray painting or varnishing, I would also bring it up here and do it in the open. Such a good spot. So happy. So today, I'm doing a little bit of admin work and updating for a website called Cohart, where artists can sell their artwork on there, prints, paintings, whatever you want. And you can also build up quite a community on their database. So today I need to sort out my paintings over there. I just have to see if I need to update any photos, take measurements to make sure they're all correct. And then yeah, just gonna make sure my page is up to date. So let's get this going. This elephant painting that's not finished, but it's a yin yang elephant, white one, black one. Their trunks intertwine, and I'm supposed to have gold around it and gold drips going down. And then we have this piece that I had in our exhibition. This was a unique piece I first hand painted. Well, I hand paint everything. I first painted the sculpture that I got from Chelsea flea markets and then stuck it on and painted the background. This piece is called As Above, So Below. So it's about your spiritual growth, represented by the plants down the bottom, and then growing up to enlightenment. Okay, so I love painting sculptures, and this one is actually the first sculpture I've painted in New York. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Ah, this is so heavy. I also got this from Chelsea flea markets. They only open on the weekends. Okay, you ready for this? Hold on. Okay. Ta-da! One was also for an exhibition. It was for Fashion Week in Hudson Yards 2 years ago, I think. It actually looks like such a statement piece. I told you guys I like my smiley faces. So with this one, I freestyled it and just covered it in my tribal patterns. I didn't plan this out at all. I just went with the flow of how I felt the vibe was, and this was the turnout. This next one is quite a special piece because I actually made the wooden canvas and the frame. So it's called two-way flow. For the edges, I used a torch and burnt the wood for the patterns to come through. My ex at the time made furniture, so I was lucky enough to use his workshop all the time to make things like this. At the time, I just made this for fun, but I did actually put this in an exhibition in the Hamptons last summer. And the next one. Okay, let's see how we're gonna unpack this. All right, one sec. Okay, so we're back with a little appearance change, and that's because I took a break, had lunch, and had a big spillage in my top. Classic. And I also had to change my hair because I have so much hair. When I have it up on a ponytail for too long, it actually gives me a headache. So I've had to put it down, and now I'm back feeling much more relaxed. Back to this. Bonsai. I love painting bonsais. I've actually done a much bigger one for HSBC, the headquarters in Hudson Yards, which I will put a photo up here somewhere. That one was 12 by 4 feet. But this one was first done for an exhibition in Brooklyn, and then it was shown again at the New York Automobile Show. This piece is called As Within, So Without. So the patterns on the outside represents the chaos in life, but harmonized by the bonsai in your inner world. And now we're on to the big guys. Ta-da! These, there are 2 of these. No, actually there's 5 because I did this for an exhibition called 5 Senses in Brooklyn, and it was held at Freehold in Williamsburg. So I had 5 pieces for, what were they? They were, oh my gosh, I can't even remember this. I can't even remember it. Okay, it was for sight, smell, taste, sounds, and touch. Those were the 5. So I sold 3, and these are the only 2 left. This one right here is the scent, smell. It's like represented by the smoke patterns. Let's move this out of the way so we can get on to the next one. Oh God, it's so heavy. Oof, my toes. I want to show you guys the back. Hold on. So this was painted on plywood, and the back here says wooden thing. It's called a French cleat. Wait, French cleat? It's called a French cleat. And I actually have another back piece that kind of like sits in here, and you drill that piece onto wood, and that's how it hooks on. But I did lose the back pieces while moving, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Ugh. Last but not least, this is actually one of my favorite ones. And this one is the sight for the 5 senses. Okay, so this one is a little bit more of my old style. I used to do a lot of patterns like this, which I really, really enjoy. So for this one, I also didn't plan it out. I just went in and freehand everything, and that's what came out. As you can see, it's the sight one because there's a lot of hidden eyeballs in there. I've stepped away from the style a little bit more these days because I find that it's a little aggressive. Like the style it's very strong, and I think maybe that's why it didn't sell because it's quite intense to have this in your space. So now I tend to do stuff that's a little bit more harmonious, soft, easy on the eye, that's with like a lighter energy. Oh, and I also found this one hidden in the back, and it's called Female Frequency. It's got the gold leaf highlights in there, and a heart shaped with frequencies and your female body parts. Thank you guys for watching this week's episode. It was a very personal one, and let me know down in the comments below what you might want to see next.